women's movement in India took off in the 1920s, building on the 19th century social reform movement. The women's movement progressed during the period of high nationalism and the freedom struggle. A new women's movement articulated to mass and popular politics emerged in the 1970s. The main point of the women's movement was to gender human development. Women's movement has focused narrowly on dowry and sati and not sufficiently on important development issues such as women's health and education. The feminist movement refers to a series of campaigns for reforms on issues such as reproductive rights, domestic violence, maternity leave, equal pay, voting rights, sexual harassment, and sexual violence.
क्यों छेडते?
लडक्या होती
सगळे मर्द आहेत म्हणून.
मतलब मुलींना छेडले म्हणून ते मर्द झाले?
असं काही नाही पण तसं वाटतं पण.
कहाँ पे करते हैं छेड़छाड़?
जहाँ पे लड़की मिले, कॉलेज, क्लासेस, पार्क मिला,
एरिया में, गली में, मच्छी मार्केट में.
जो एकदम कड़क माल होगा उसको ही चढ़ते हैं, आगे किसको नहीं चढ़ते.
कड़क माल यानी कौन सा?
जो अपना सब कुछ दिखा दिखा के चलती रहती है.
या फिर जीन्स या टॉप पर जो लड़की फिरती है.
कैसे छेडते?
क्या आइटम चल रही है करके सही लग रही है वगैरह वगैरह. क्या फिगर है, अपन सुनना ही नहीं चाहते. वैसे वर्ड से बहुत गंदे तरीके से छेड़ते हैं
और गंदे गंदे इशारे करेंगे जैसे कि
जीन्स डालते, फिगर बताते, वो बताते, ये बताते. इसके लिए लड़के लोग उसके ऊपर पागल हो जाते हैं. इसके लिए वो लोग छेड़ते.
अगर मुझे दुपट्टा लेना एकदम अनकंफर्टेबल लगता है तो मैं ना लूं, लेकिन सामने वाले को इसमें दिखाने की बात क्या है.
हम नकाब पहनते हैं, हमको लगता है कि हम सुरक्षित हैं, पर हम बाहर जाके भी सुरक्षित नहीं
में
होते.
किसी को हम लोग बता दें तो फिर वो हमारी पढ़ाई छुड़ा देंगे, घर में बिठा लेंगे. तो फिर हम लोग सोचेंगे कि हमें नहीं बताना चाहिए था, पर अगर नहीं बताए तो फिर उन्हें दोबारा छेड़ने का मौका मिलेगा. तो हम दोनों तरफ से फंस जाते हैं.
Sexual harassment infringes the fundamental right of a woman to gender equality under Article 14 of the Constitution of India and her right to life and live with dignity under Article 21 of the Constitution, which includes a right to a safe environment free from sexual harassment. According to the official statistics of 1991, one woman is molested every 26 minutes. These statistics refer to the reported cases. Whereas if the unreported cases were to be included, it would be a matter of seconds rather than minutes. Investigation of most cases are not reported by victims because of various reasons, such as family pressures, the manner of the police, the unreasonably long and unjust process and application of law, and the resulting consequences thereof.
Renu, a housewife in Meerut, had these marks etched on her body with red-hot irons, allegedly by her husband Rohit, alias Deepu. It happened after she threatened to leave him rather than bring the dowry he was demanding.
शादी के बाद से वो शुरू हो गए थे दहेज के मांग करने के लिए. हमेशा दहेज मांगते रहते थे. एक बार पापा गए किसी त्योहार पे तो उनके साथ मेरे को वापस भेज दिया, ये कह के कि पैसे लेके आ. फिर 20,000 रुपए दे के भेजे पापा ने. फिर 2 महीने पहले उन्होंने मेरे को पारा दे के मारने की कोशिश करी. 15 तारीख को रात को, सोमवार का दिन था, रात को 11:30 पौने 12 बजे का टाइम था. मैं अपने कमरे में बैठी थी. मेरे मामा ससुर आए, उन्होंने मेरे को पीछे से आके पकड़ लिया और बेड पे लिटा लिया. बाजू पकड़ लिया, गर्दन पीछे लुढ़का ली और मेरे हस्बैंड ने मेरे पैर बांध दिए और मोमबत्ती जला के उस पे चाकू गरम करके मेरे पैरों टांगों पे
Renu is now back safe with her parents, but she has been scarred for life, mentally and physically.
Domestic Violence Act 2005 is the first significant attempt in India to recognize domestic abuse as a punishable offence, to extend its provisions to those in live-in relationships, and to provide for emergency relief for the victims in addition to legal recourse. Section 3 of the law says, any act, conduct, omission, commission that harms or injures or has the potential to harm or injure will be considered domestic violence. If a husband violates any of the above rights of the aggrieved woman, it will be deemed a punishable offence. Further, the offences are cognizable and non-bailable. Punishment for violation of the rights listed above could extend to 1 year's imprisonment and/or a maximum fine of Rs 20,000. Dowry. Introduced and taken up by the Indian Law Minister Ashok Kumar Sen, this Act prohibits the request, payment or acceptance of a dowry as a consideration for the marriage, where dowry is defined as a gift demanded or given as a precondition for a marriage. Gifts given without a precondition are not considered dowry and are legal. Asking or giving of dowry can be punished by an imprisonment of up to 6 months or a fine of up to Rs 15,000 or the amount of dowry, whichever is higher, an imprisonment of up to 5 years. It replaced several pieces of anti-dowry legislation that had been enacted by various Indian states.
Women's Reservation Bill or the Constitution Bill is a pending bill in India which proposes to provide 33% of all seats in the lower house of Parliament of India, the Lok Sabha, and the state legislative assemblies shall be reserved for women. The upper house Rajya Sabha passed it on 9th March 2010. Women get 33% reservation in Gram Panchayat and municipal elections. In addition, women in India get reservation on preferential treatment in education and jobs. Certain men consider these preferential treatment of women in India as discrimination against them in addition to colleges, schools and universities. Progressive political opinions in India is strongly in favor of providing preferential treatment to women in order to create a level playing field for all its citizens. Reasons for reservation bill in India: more women participation in politics and society. Social norms in India strongly favor men. Therefore, reservation for women is expected to create equal opportunity for men and women. Due to female foeticide, infanticide and issues related to women's health, sex ratio in India is alarming at 1.06 males per female. It is expected this will change the society to give equal status to women.
It is important to recognize that for a country of India's magnitude, change in male-female relations and the kinds of issues the women's movement is focusing on will not come easy. For every step the movement takes forward, there will be a possible backlash, a possible regression. And it is this that makes for the contradictions, that makes it possible for there to be women who can aspire to and attain the highest political office in the country, and for women to continue to have to confront patriarchy within the home, in the workplace, throughout their lives. As activists never tire of repeating, out of the deepest repression is born the greatest resistance.